Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you. This one is in Humboldt County, California. It's north of San Francisco, south of Oregon, and it's on the coast. There's a little community on the coast called Shelter Cove. And Shelter Cove was built in I think it was in the 60s or maybe early 70s when the rules were really easy. And it's just set up and ready to go. So this property's on a street. There's a power line. There's a sewer line, there's a water line, so all the utilities are there. Let's jump into it and take a look. So here's the website, RealVacantLand.com, and I got some pictures sliding by. Picture of me on there. It's price. So I just lowered the price on this thing. I don't know what I was asking, like 12 or 13 grand or something. I just dropped it down because I was looking at the market, and we're going to jump into the market here. I made it $5,999. This is the cheapest in the area by a country mile. And I'll show you why. So I got a new map in here. Just updated the map. So here it is. There's a building next door. There's a boat across the street. There's a building across the street. There's a house down the street. There's power lines, water lines, and sewer right here. If we zoom out, you'll see it's in this neighborhood. And there's an ocean down to the south. There's an ocean off to the west. There's an ocean to the northwest. To the east, north. You know, that whole range. There's a lot of national park. The beach is over here. Let's zoom into the beach. So you could ride your bike down here to the beach. And you could come out here, you could walk the dog. Let's see if we can take a look. I think the Google guy comes down here. Yeah. So you can pull right up to the beach here and you can start cruising down the beach. Look at these waves. The waves are rolling in at this time. Sometimes they're going, sometimes they're not. And that's the fun part about going to the beach, to go see what the ocean's doing, see what washed up on the shore, see what's going on. I'd probably be trying to find a nice big rock I could carve into a bathroom sink or something. There's some small rocks I could use to make mosaics. But this looks like a lot of sand. Sand, sand, sand. So a dog would have fun, kids would have fun building stuff in the sand. I'd have fun running between waves to get around the rocks, get to some more beach and see how far I could go. You got houses on the cliffs up here, looking out at the ocean in multiple different directions. If you want a house on the cliff, looking out at the ocean, I got one down to the south. There's another lot up for sale on the website. Let's zoom out a little bit. It's another one I got up for sale on the website right now. It might be for sale, might be gone by the time you watch. This is down here on the cliff. But this one is up here, and it's a little more secluded. It's a little tucked back in the trees. You probably don't get as much wind off the ocean as you do back here. And yeah, it's a nice little community, golf course, there's an airport, there's a community center, there's a kids playground, and there's a general store. I think there's a post office, and just the basics all right here. And then if you zoom out, there's a road that winds back. Let's go on the map. There's a road that winds back to the 101, and the 101 you can take to, you can go up north to Eureka, you can go down south to all kinds of things. Eventually, get down Santa Rosa, San Francisco down here. So here's the property. Well, let me make sure it's not behind my head. I think that kind of got behind my head. So here's the property up here by the ocean, and you can go out to the 101 and shoot down to San Francisco or to Eureka. So it's in between. Fort Bragg's down here, Mendocino down here, Willett's down here. I got properties in here too along the way. If you want to look at different properties they got for sale if you're driving in there. But yeah, turn off here. Let's see if we can find the turn off. There's a bunch of turn offs. Yeah, here's a turn off. So this would be your turn off. I just missed it. Exit 639B. That looks like a nice easy off ramp and turn off. Looks like a beautiful area. Nice trees. Looks like the 101 could go flying through here. Looks like you go pretty fast. 2 lanes go in each direction. Redwood Highway. Yeah, so you take this bridge. Looks like there's a gas station over here. You take it down left, west, and it takes you to the coast. See if we can get a view. See what the road looks like on the way over there. I bet you it's nice, curvy, windy trees, beautiful stuff. Let's see what we see. Yeah, so here's the road. coming from the 101 going over the hill down, and you can see nice big hills, nice big trees in this area. It's just some random spot along the road that I picked out. This has power line and stuff, but big trees, green, gorgeous countryside all along the way. And then for it, let's see what happens when we get over here. It starts getting into the national forest, so there's just lots of nature in here. See what happens in here. Oh yeah, look at that. So a nice windy road, be fun on a motorcycle. Ooh, that'd be a lot of fun. Go zipping over a luge or a sled or a bicycle would be fun too. Go flying around the corners. But look at these trees. So as you get over the hill, the trees really pick up and they get thicker and more coniferous, I think you call it. Looks like someone can pull off here on the edge if you got to take a leak. And just keep going. So over the edge, you can start seeing the ocean pretty soon as you drop down to the property. And you get into the neighborhood. As you start driving into the neighborhood, let's see what we can see. Shelter Cove General Store. Let's take a drive by that. So you're going to go past the general store on your way into town. Let's see what that looks like. Is that the general store? That might be the general store. Well, I don't think you're going to shop for TVs and computers there, but you might get some water and some chips and some basics. They have gas? They do, they've got gas. So there's a general store with a gas station. Looks like you pump your own. Get some basic supplies. They're flying the flag high. Looks like they've got some storage units in the back. This is the start as you drop down into the neighborhood. So lots of trees, windy roads all over this area. Let's get into the property. So you go by the store, you keep going down Shelter Cove Road, and you're going to go by the back side of the property. So let's start there. This isn't the property's not on this street, but we're getting closer. Look at the ferns. Oh, lots of nice green in there. So back in that woods. So here's the entrance road coming back in there. And then in there somewhere is your property. Looks like you got some solid ground in there. Lots of ferns, lots of trees. So there's a residential street behind here somewhere. See if we can find that. So here's the residential street. Let's go back to satellite. Yeah, so let's see if we can get the little Google. Well, the little Google guy goes part way down there. We didn't go all the way. Neighbor's got an RV. DirecTV. Let's see how far the little Google guy went. So this, I think that's as far as he went. So neighbors have a garage, I'm thinking that is, and then the property is right past the garage. So it's these woods, these trees. There's a power line hanging right here, so you know the power's out front. Neighbor's got a boat. That's my kind of neighborhood. I'm always the one with the boat, but this time someone else has the boat. Got a nice T-top in the middle. Looks like a fun one to take out in the water. So you could build your place right back here in the trees. That's where you could put it. That's your house. That's the lot. Across the street you've got this crazy thing that looked like somebody started building and never finished. They forgot siding. And then the weather took over. Okay, so let's back out some more. So there's your property. That's the closest view I can get by street view. And then so it's got all the utilities. The next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to show you well, let's see if we got taxes and stuff. Taxes like $279 a year. Comes out of a little company called Earth Adventure. I'll sign it over to you. It's lot number 23 in the block 174 of Shelter Cove. I've got oh yeah, I got utility connection fees. So this neighborhood's got all the fees like stated. You don't have to guess. You can put this into your calculation. They're right here. There's a link on the website. You can break down the fees. It's like $23.50 to hook up water. It's like $2,050 to hook up sewer, $2,550 to hook up electricity, and then on top of that they charge you $9,000 each for basically capitalizing the the stuff to get you there. And so people have been putting money up in the past. They want some of their money back. There's your capacity charge. This is how I understand it anyway. But they, yeah, if they want to add you on, they charge you some money. So I put it all together. It's $33,950 to hook up utilities. You don't have to put up a solar system. You don't have to drill a well. You don't have to put in a leach field or a septic field. That's one of the main problems in this neighborhood. I've had lots of different properties in this neighborhood, and people buy them in the past, and or they'll figure out before they buy them or after or somewhere in there that the septic's really hard to get it to stick into the side of the hill, because this whole neighborhood's like on a hill. Everything's on a pretty good hill, so it costs a lot more money to get the septic sunk into the hill and get the poo to go its own way. But in this part of the neighborhood, it's got the sewer, so you can get it down the sewer system, and then the neighborhood can treat it for you. You don't have to worry about septic and maintaining septic and making sure it doesn't pee out the side of the hill. So with that said, here's the neighborhood on Zillow. I put Shelter Cove into Zillow. If you just go to Zillow, I mean, you could go to Redfin or Realtor or truly a bunch of websites, right? But for right now, I'm using Zillow. And so if we zoom in on this neighborhood, there's a bunch of properties for sale. And I would just want to look at this part. See how there's like a gap in here between these properties? That's this topography gap, and this gap here is also a gap of the utilities. So the utilities, not exclusively but almost exclusively, run on the bottom side of this thing. And so up here you get cheaper properties, like, let's see, we'll find one. $3,500. That's my kind of price. So $3,500, almost a third of an acre property, that doesn't have utilities, and it's on a pretty good hill. So there's probably a land dealer selling this one. Yeah, see, he's just vacant land. Yeah, so land dealer, the Land Express. I don't know these guys, but they got the cheap one. That's cool. Yeah, $2,950. Mountain lot. That's a different one. So here, $3,500 for this neighborhood. That's cheap, but it doesn't have the utilities. Like, you got to figure out the utilities. It's going to cost you more to build up there. So down here with the utilities included, I think it makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to discredit this whole area that doesn't have the utilities. And I'm just going to look at the prices of this area that's got the utilities, because I think that's more apples to apples. Here's the closest one to the property. The property I got for sale is over here. This is the closest one I could find in relation wise, and it's it's kind of small, 6,000 square foot lot. It says owner will carry, and they're asking $25,000 for this thing. So there's just an example. So I'm asking $5,999 for mine. It's like across the street or just down the street. So the next cheapest one around here's 9.8 thousand. Well, here's 29,000. That's one of my other properties. I just lowered the price on that one. I guess it's not updated yet. But $9.8 thousand. See what this is. thelandshop.com. So another land dealer. Looks like he's got good video and photo and stuff. You're jammed right in between some houses there. That's like the best price stuff. $9.8 thousand. The one I got is oceanfront. I think you get better views than his. But let's see. Next cheapest one in the area. Where's 7,500? Where's this one? It's been on Zillow for 2 days. Come on, Zillow, keep up with me. Oh, that's up the hill. That's not in the. Where's this? Oh, that one might be in there. That might be in the utilities actually. $7,500. All public utilities available for hookup. That's got to be the cheapest one of the utilities. $7,500. So mine at $5,999 is cheaper than that one. I go compare them pretty close. And then it starts going up from there. 8,000, that's not in the utilities. 9,000, that one's in utilities. 14,000, 15,000, it just starts skipping up from there. So mine's the cheapest on the market that's got the utilities by a couple $1,000. So $5,999. Go take a look at a couple of these and add mine to the list. I think it's the cheapest one, the easiest one, and I'm here to help you make it yours. So hopefully this is the one for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith at ruralvacantland.com. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, there's a checkout button on my website. There's a link down below. You can click to get there and go take a tour of it, shop it. Feel free to walk the property, see if you like it, make sure it's the right one, and check out online. Just click, click, click. I'll do all the paperwork, get it into your name, and make it yours right away. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com.